The late adopter. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time. On the dollar, we do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else in this space. And besides that, as you've seen in the title, has the dump started? The question is, are my lines decent? Is there a better line? Are we holding the support? Are we falling through? What's happening? You know, that's what we're gonna talk today about. So we're gonna try to figure out whether the dump is starting. Is this some kind of fake out towards the downside? As you see, this is a 4-hourly chart. It's closing in 34 minutes. We don't want to close below all of those lines on the downside. So, you know, we still got like 34 minutes to actually, you know, pump back up for some reason. Now, if that fails, you know, we're gonna have a dump. Maybe this is the dump already. Let's look at the volume up here, a little bit up here. The volume is not that strong. The volume is still very, very low. So there is no breakout. There is no you know, confirm new movement right now, but you know, it might come during the stream or even after the stream a little bit later today. So we're gonna talk about that. But it's getting pretty close though. It's getting pretty. Something's gonna happen soon, guys. One way or another, something's gonna happen. We're gonna figure out which direction we're gonna go. That said, good morning, Dutch Ring Racing. First in the chat. I'm guessing you are very excited about crypto lately, being the first. Druže, dobro jutro. Dobro jutro, druže. Kako si? As good morning, John Baker. Good evening, mate. Good evening, good morning, good day. You know, whatever fits your with your lifestyle or wherever you are in the world. Has the second meeting. I like that YouTube channel from that. What's his name? You know, the guy with the big face. Always, you know, on the thumbnails. You know, good morning, good morning, good day, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, he always starts the, you know, his videos like that, and you know, it's nice. It's nice entry. Edward, too good. Member for 10 months. Hey man, how you doing? Good morning. Number 4. It broke out of rising wedge. This will be a buying opportunity for a short-term trade. Jackson Hole should be a pump and dump event. Yeah, the Jackson Hole stuff, I don't know, people are fudding that too much. I don't know if it broke out, it broke towards downside. Yeah, it might be. You can see here Ethereum right now, you know, Ethereum has a lot better, you know, rising wedge up here, but it broke on downside. Yesterday I was making some kind of triangle up here, and you know, it was already breaking on downside, so it was already looking kind of weak. So it already starts. So right now we have this big dump, but we still don't have the volume. We still don't have the volume, you know, up here yet. So you know, the volume has still not shown any kind of, you know, decent movement yet. Hit the like, peeps. Hit the like. You heard the Dutch Ring Racing guy. Good morning, chaps. Good morning, Gary. How you doing? People in Switzerland are getting laid off because of this inflation problem. It's not looking good. Who's getting laid off in Switzerland? Did you guys notice that suddenly, I don't know, right after pandemics, like there are so many, you know, strikes around, you know, labor union strikes and stuff like that. Like everybody's striking, everybody wants more money, everybody wants more this, everybody wants more that, and you know, it's stopping industry. Right now in Norway, there was, you know, these pilots from the airplanes, pilots strike. And after that there was this, you know, building work strike, and right now there is, you know, the school union is striking or something like that. I don't know, there is so many strikes right now for some reason, and everything's happening right. Everybody wants more. And there are some you know, unreasonable also, you know, demands that are pushing these strikes, you know, through the roof. So I'm a little bit unsure what's happening there. Good morning, Gariul. How you doing, man? Good morning, John. VTubenL, good morning. Hey, Ways of the Jedi. Hey, looks like a sell the news, maybe. What's the sell the news event? Anne Marie, morning. How you doing? It's a great reset, a bad thing for workers, but long-term good thing. No clue. Vinet, good morning. How you doing, man? There we go, guys. There we go. We went through the chat. Cardano is pumping. Yeah, Cardano is up like almost 4%. I saw that Cardano is the, Cardano doesn't care. Cardano is definitely pumping like crazy. It's broken through the resistance, and you can see up here as well that the volume up here is decent as well. You see, this is what so we went in some kind of consolidation phase up here. You see consolidation phase, and then you have this, very majestic breakout, and that's the kind of volume we want to see. Fed meeting fear. Oh yeah, Fed meeting fear. So that's the kind of volume we want to see on Bitcoin, but unfortunately on Bitcoin we don't have that kind of volume yet. So this move towards downside looks kind of weak still. Let's see some other, it doesn't matter what kind of chart you look at. There is no volume. So Ethereum and Bitcoin are breaking towards downside. The Cardano is breaking towards upside, but everything else, literally 99% of my coins that I'm looking at over here, maybe not T-Fuel's up like 14% up here for whatever reason, they are actually breaking on the downside. So that said, let's go and look at what's happening a little bit on Bitcoin over here right now, and it does look like it's breaking on downside, but maybe it's not, because my lines are this old line, so maybe the line should be down there, and you can see here it's it's still holding it. Maybe it should even be something like this over here, which is a channel which we just hit the bottom of the channel over here, and we are still that's why we don't have any kind of breakout, because we don't have a move towards downside yet. Even this support on downside is holding. Even this support over here is still holding. So nothing is technically broken yet. This move towards downside over here, there is no divergence or anything like that. There is no bearish cross, although it looks like it might come. Nothing is broken yet. Yes, we are getting pushed down by this 50 MA. Over here we start getting pushed down, push down, but we are not getting these moves towards downside. So this kind of looks a little bit bullish over here right now. It kind of looks a little bit bullish up here, so it might just jump up here and continue towards upside. We're gonna see what's actually happening up here. But how the line should be actually drawn, this is a little bit tricky question over here, because I don't actually, I've tried drawing the line several ways, and there are both pros and cons on drawing the lines. For example, this trend over here, it's broken over here right now, right? And if you draw it something like this over here, then it's definitely broken up here. You can see we're broken right now towards downside. This 1 hourly trend over here, and right now going towards downside. But there can be something like this, there can be other options that are valid as well on the chart when it comes to this bottom support line. Let's go to the 5-minute chart to see, could we actually use the bottom down here? Maybe something like this. Maybe, I mean, this is still valid line as well. I mean, it gets hit like there is also beside the wick up here some kind of hit over there. This is also still a valid line, so we can still fall down to something like 21 without any kind of problem whatsoever. So I won't say that but it is curving towards downside. You can see here how it's curving towards downside. So what are we gonna say? This is a Nike pattern. Nike pattern like this, Nike pattern on downside, but no, we're not gonna do that. It is curving on downside over here, so it might be going into some kind of a little bit parabolic move up here towards downside, a little bit fast, and hitting some kind of support levels and then bouncing off of that. But it is getting pushed down. It is getting pushed down, especially if you look at a 50 MA up here on the chart. You can see very clearly that it's getting rejected by that over here right now, and this on the 4-hourly time frame. So whether we're gonna just bounce right back up here from this move up here or not, that kind of depends. Let me just draw another line up here. Maybe I think this looks actually pretty decent as well, and we are holding that. So maybe this is the line. Maybe this bear flag that we have been talking about, something like this up here, because right now we're hitting that level again, right? On the upside it should be something like this up here. It looks like a bear flag, right? And we're not gonna say too much about it, but if this plays out right now, we might be looking at some kind of 19K down here. Every time I make this bear flag, it's the number gets lower. It was 92, then 19.1, and right now it's 90. Every time I make the same bear flag, it becomes, I get a different number. I don't know why. So I'm still not no fear whatsoever yet. although it does look like it's breaking on, it's gonna break on the downside, it still hasn't broken on the downside. We don't have any kind of divergence, but the consolidation is pretty much done. The consolidation is pretty much done. To think that this is gonna, you know, continue up here for forever, it's not gonna happen. There will be a break on the downside or break to the upside, and that's what we're waiting for right now. But you know, based just on the pattern up here, this is a bearish pattern. Bearish pattern breaks on the downside, so you know, maybe that's to be expected. Let's look at Ethereum right now a little bit up here. Ethereum, we got nicer lines and a lot easier to see. Let me just remove up everything up here. Let's go to the 1 hourly time frame, and this move towards upside over here, you know, it's a pretty legit line. I mean, the line is pretty legit. There is no you know, no problems. It's such a beautiful line, like, you know, it's perfect. Over here, hits it, you know, climbs the line, then breaks on down the line. Now this pattern up here, this rising wedge pattern on the Ethereum up here, give or take something like this. This rising wedge, these rising wedges, you know, have usually targets down to the bottom of the wedge. Usually targets down to the bottom of the wedge down here, but, and I've been saying this before, if this is a bullish move with a, you know, a pullback over here, it should go to around something like 1600, give or take. So if this move is actually bullish, it should not go all the way down to the bottom. If it goes down to the bottom, it can be actually both bearish and bullish, and maybe even more bearish than bullish. But oftentimes when you get a rising wedges, and these wedges break on downside and they do not go all the way down to the bottom, they go to maybe something like half of the wedge on downside, this actually could be very, you know, bullish continuation pattern towards the upside. So you go up, you pull back, you go up, you pull back, and so forth, right? Which might actually be good. But it might do something like this up here, and eventually it might have a bigger pullback. Might do something like that. You know, it continues climbing up here, right? So it continues climbing something like this, and then, you know, eventually has a bigger pullback and it goes towards upside. Because if it starts going right over here right now towards upside, gets rejected up here, of course you can do this, you know, it's normal. And it can also break towards upside. You know, there are different ways how this can actually play out, but the thing is about the rising wedges, when it goes towards upside, if it does not come all the way down to the bottom, we should regard this as a bullish move, because you know, it's just a normal pullback down to certain levels. Oftentimes these levels are usually where the one of the major pullbacks have been occurred. Now this is a pullback that's occurred on the bottom, so it's not this one. This is a very high up right now where we are trying to hold. You know, it depends on which one it is. You can see up here we tried to hold, but we fell through that, and then we have this pullback on the downside. So we got a two levels, or technically 3 levels that I'm looking at right now, because all of these 3 levels, all of these 3 pullbacks, 1 pullback, 2 pullbacks, 3 pullbacks, will act as a support level, and depending on which one we bounce off, right, depending on which of these support lines we bounce off, we can actually determine how bullish or bearish we are. The more down we fall, the more bearish we are. The lower we fall, the more bullish we are, right? So, you know, it needs to bounce off of one of these. If it fails to bounce off all of these 3s, then of course it can go towards the downside. But we don't actually technically know where we are gonna bounce. The only thing we can actually, you know, assume is the bullishness and bearishness based on how much down we go. Now the rising waves are by nature bearish, so this was kind of a normal move towards downside. It was some kind of triangle up here, broke that on downside, fell down more. So right now we're trying to hold this level. We got next level and next level to the downside. I just popped these levels up here just so you can see them. 1655, 1610, and all the way down here is 1563. So that's what I'm looking for right now. At least this is for Ethereum, right? And the reason we are actually talking about Ethereum is because it has a lot nicer pattern up here on the chart. Bitcoin doesn't have this rising wedge. I mean, technically it could have a rising wedge, but it is also broke towards the downside. Let's go check it out. So this rising wedge on Bitcoin was something like this up here, I think, give or take. Don't kill me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's this one over here where we are actually already breaking it. Then it goes something like this, give or take. I think maybe something like it's a lot more uglier, you know, rising wedge or something like that. But even this, you know, the bottom of this wedge up here, it's not very steep wedge. You know, Ethereum wedge is a lot steeper. This is not so steep. it's not so steep. So if you go that towards downside, we are looking maybe something like 21.2 or something like that down here because of this pullback down here, and then we got these pullbacks. So we got technically only 2 pullbacks. We can also call this, but you know, we're gonna see that. But you know, down here at 21.2, you know, might be some important you know, support line if we are bullish. If you're not bullish, then some of these, you know, on the downside, maybe all the way down there, give or take. Something like this, you know, depending on if this is a rising wedge, just like Ethereum is, we might be looking at, you know, 2 levels up here, 21.2 or 21k, give or take on the downside. If you go all the way down there, you know, probability, you know, we're going to continue and maybe even play out the bear flag towards downside. What do we say? 19k all the way down there, right? So we need to look at how much this pullback is gonna pull. And also, of course, again, depends whether this is a rising wedge. Now it is rising wedge on Ethereum, but you know, whether this is rising wedge on this chart or not depends. Wait a second, it's probably my mom. It's not my mom. There we go. Business, guys, business. It's not my mom. It's not my mom. Is the YouTuber going strike too? We gotta know. We bouncing on my 4-hour rising wedge. We get no sun. Okay, there we go, guys. There we go. So you know, whether this is rising wedge or a bear flag or something like that, you know, it's kind of hard to say. Like on Ethereum, it's definitely rising wedge that's broken downside, which is quite good. Very nice predictability on this rising wedge. On Bitcoin is a little bit different. I don't know how to draw this chart actually. I tried using different time frames. I tried looking at different lines. I've tried everything, guys. I don't think I've tried everything, but I tried a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, maybe something like this up here. Maybe this is a good line, and on the bottom, I mean, it feels like something like this, but you know, let's go to 1 minute chart. I think on 1 minute chart we can actually figure out the pattern. No, we can't. 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart. Maybe on 5 minute chart. Let's try to connect all the dots on the downside. This goes like this goes over here, this goes there, this goes there, this goes there, this goes there. Maybe it's this one down here. Zoom a little bit up here so I can put it down. There we go. Maybe it's one of these. I don't know. This doesn't look like. something like this up here. Maybe like this looks okay-ish, but no, it looks like it's so starting over here. Now this is like the, you know, the best I can actually draw is like something like this up here. And I think we already broke, because you see how many times we get a hit on the line, like almost over here and then over here as well. You know, it does seems plausible, a very plausible line. And I think we already broke. Like we broke on the downside, we failed up there. You know, if you do stuff like this, that's gonna probably break back up here. But you know, if it starts doing this, you know, it's probably on the way down, of course. You know. That's the line. That's the line. Like over here, maybe it might be a little bit adjusted, give or take, and you know we already broke there. So I think this this wedge that we are having, although we don't have enough volume and stuff like that, I think we are already broken on the downside. If it's a wedge, of course. If it's a channel, then we are still in some kind of channel, right? We need to ask Mladen. If is Mladen in the chat, Mladen needs to give us a channel. He's a, you know, channel god, so you know we're gonna check the Mladen's chart. Let me see in the Telegram from yesterday. Let me see in Telegram from yesterday. Did he post any kind of charts? This is where is there we go. This is Bitcoin 4 hourly. Yeah, the bottom channel down there, but we're still in the channel over here at 21.4. This 4 hourly channel up here. Let's check that out. So 4 hourly channel, and what we are looking for is not entire thing, of course, but it's you know, this upper side over here right now. Where is it? Where is it? Something like this over here towards downside, and you can see that we are technically still in the channel. Depends on how you draw this, but you know, maybe technically still in the channel. So yeah, maybe it's a channel, maybe it's not a wedge. Of course, Ethereum, it did break on downside, but maybe Ethereum has the channel as well. Maybe this is just a move to, you know, actually hit the bottom of the channel. Let's do that. Let's you know, draw it like this over here. Let's say this is the bottom or something like that over here. Yeah, all hopium is good hopium, guys. All hopium is good hopium. I know, I'm gonna leave you with that, guys. You can post you can go to Telegram channel, guys. You can go to Telegram channel and you can post me, you can post the charts, you can post the channels, you can post the wedges, because I have absolutely no clue what it is. You know, this looks like you know, head and shoulders pattern. This was on Zcash. Yeah, this was head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin. This is on 5-minute chart. This is played out already. This is Ethereum. Oh, you know, Ethereum is already was broken out of this channel over here, but this is a 1 hourly channel. So yeah, there is definitely different options. Bitcoin is probably following a line from 2015 something. that might actually be true, man. That might actually be true, because oftentimes there is some line, invisible line, that, you know, if you go long enough back in time, there is some kind of line that is being, you know, master sport, and it's only, you know, 2 months later you're like, oh my god, how did I not see the line, you know? Sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's like that. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm just gonna say right now that I don't think Bitcoin is through the bottom just yet. I don't think we are in a I don't think the dump has started just yet, although Ethereum does look like it's fallen out of the wedge. Maybe it's some kind of channel, maybe there is some kind of channel holding. You see right now Bitcoin is not, you know, reacting that, and but yeah, everything else is still down big time. Besides Cardano is pumped, like, you know, hugely towards the upside. The question is, will all of these other, you know, altcoins, you know, do the Cardano move, or is Cardano move a special snowflake towards the upside? Like Chili's has been last week. How is Chili's doing right now? You know, a legendary short we missed on Chili's. Chili's up 4%. We missed a legendary short all the way up, you know, here at the top. I mean, this one with legendary, like 16% down. Like, that's insane. That's insane. If Bitcoin blasts up, a lot of shorts are going to be liquidated. It might be that. I'm betting it will pump and I'm all in. If I'm wrong, so be it, like casino, and I gamble back. Huffy, that might be the case. We don't know, you know. Probability to upside, probability to downside. You take the bet, you hope it goes your way. If it doesn't, don't lose too much money. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. By the way, there is one video you can watch right now. I'm gonna leave you with the video. I'm not gonna leave the video, I'm gonna leave you the link to the video. YouTube, it's crypto related. It's about Helium network, and it's from CoffeeZilla. I don't know if you guys know CoffeeZilla, Save the Kids. It's not this one. It's from CoffeeZilla, this guy over here, and he just made a video about Helium. So if you know, I remember there's no one uses. So yeah, I don't know if whether this is a fun video or something like that, or just, you know, honest talk about the Helium. But every time he, you know, talks about something, it's usually because it's a scam, because this guy is a, you know, scam entrepreneur, and, you know, showing. So if you want to know what's happening with Helium and these boxes and how they're working and stuff like that, I'll post the video in the chat. It's an interesting video. It's 14 minutes long or something, like 12 minutes long or something like that. And this guy is pretty huge in the space. He started, I want to buy a Helium miner. Nah, check the video before you buy a Helium miner. Check the video first. So, you know, it's interesting video. It's interesting video. I haven't actually watched the whole video. Maybe I missed something. I watched like 9 out of 12 minutes. So, you know, I missed the last 3 minutes. Maybe there is some kind of conclusion at the end. So you tell me if I'm wrong. But, you know, it's not a fun video. It's most like, you know, honest look at what Helium is doing. And it, you know, and I understand that because a lot of these projects in the space have a very shady ways of working and, you know, getting new customers, stuff like that. Hi Tila, enter short on Bitcoin, can pump, lol. You enter short on Bitcoin, can it pump? I mean, it's maybe on some kind of support down here. You see this line? Maybe it's on the support. Maybe you can pump. You enter the short on the bottom, maybe. But now that you have entered short, I think I gotta go long. We are going down across Canada. Things we're going down. Anyways, guys, check the video. You know, do what you gotta do. Join KuCoin. You don't have a lot of time, guys. You don't have a lot of time, because there will be time in the future when some big YouTuber will start shilling you some, you know, gem coin, and you will want to buy that coin, and you will be like, oh man, that coin is on KuCoin, and I don't have the late adopters 20% off fees link. What am I gonna do? And then you're gonna be scrambling to find the link. And by the time you find the link and by the time you sign up, you know, the coin will already be like 2000% up. So join right now and wait, because, you know, joining is like putting in your number and adding a password, and that's it, right? Sending some money over and waiting patiently for Bitcoin to shill you gems, right? And once they do that and you want to buy those, you will be ready. You will be ready on KuCoin. Guys, like the stream. Yeah, like the stream, guys. On the way out. I love when you ignore me. Yeah, I'm ignoring you, man. Okay, guys. See you around. Bye-bye.